Let's bring in adjunct professor at Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude. Dan, good morning. So Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying the United States will not be taking a bite out of chipmaker NVIDIA despite its jump in revenue. Bessent hinting the United States could take stakes in other industries. But what do you make of those comments?
Well, the question is, why does the U.S. government have to take positions in certain companies? So if we go back to 2008 in the financial crisis, there was a reason why the federal government had to act. We were looking at a global financial meltdown. That turned out to be the right thing. However, where we are today, is there really an issue for the federal government to take positions in various companies? The answer is maybe, depending on what industry those companies are in. For example, steel, very important to U.S. security. So maybe there's a reason there. But for the federal government to take a position to say, we're going to start investing in various industries, I'm not so sure that's the right answer here.
Okay, so moving on a little bit. So we've got some good news for those traveling this Labor Day weekend because gas prices are anticipated to be the lowest in, get this, 5 years. That according to Gas Buddy. The fuel savings platform is predicting the average price at the pump will be $3.14, 14 cents lower than the same exact time last year. Dan, what has contributed to this good news?
Classic example here of supply and demand. Supply is up right now. You have OPEC Plus providing more fuel, so therefore prices are going to come down. But there's a broader impact here, Alex. You have to look at how fuel costs impact inflation. And with fuel costs coming down, that's going to help keep inflation at bay, or dare I say, even bring it down, because everything moves from point A to point B using fuel. So if that is cheaper, ultimately those services, those products are going to cost the U.S. consumer less.
Yep, there you go. And the story that won't go away, Cracker Barrel. They actually got a boost in their stocks. This after the company went back to their original logo design. That's kind of interesting. What do you make of that? And I guess, you know, something good came out of something bad here, Dan.
Well, there's two sides to this. Everybody's talking about go woke, go broke. And perhaps that is true in this case. However, there's another side of this. Could we have a situation where it's like New Coke, which is referred to as outrage marketing? You create some outrage about the product. You get all this attention. And then you know what? You flip back to the way things were before. So we saw that happen with New Coke. They changed the formula. Everybody went berserk. They said, oh, we made a mistake. We're going back. Do we have the same thing here with Cracker Barrel? It could be.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me worried. I don't think every company should jump on that trend. It's very, very, very risky. But I guess it kind of worked out for Cracker Barrel. They still have a lot of kinks to work out. But Dan Geltrude, thank you so much for coming on this morning. Great seeing you.
Thanks, Alex.
All right.